Everyone has 24 hours, but not everyone lives them wisely. You, me, the most successful people on earth, we all wake up to the same amount of time every day. Yet some rise to greatness, while others remain stuck in mediocrity. The question is, why? If God gave you 24 hours today, how much of it did you invest and how much did you waste? Because whether we realize it or not, time is life. Every tick of the clock is not just a second passing, it's a piece of your destiny being spent. Let me remind you, even Jesus, the Son of God, only had 33 years on this earth. But in those 33 years, he fulfilled his entire purpose. Think about that. He didn't live long by human standards, but he lived full. For only 3.5 years, he actively ministered. Yet the impact of those 3 years still shapes the entire world today. That means the issue is not how much time you have, but what you do with the time you've been given. Jesus managed his time with such purpose that every moment counted. He knew when to teach, when to rest, when to pray, and when to move on. He never hurried, but he was never idle. And that's the first truth I want you to grab tonight. Mastering your time is mastering your life. The Bible says in Ephesians 5:15-16, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Paul is not just talking about scheduling or productivity, he's teaching us a spiritual principle. The wise live intentionally. They understand that time is not to be wasted, it's to be invested. Every moment you live without purpose is a moment stolen from your potential. Every distraction tolerated is destiny delayed. You don't lose time because the clock stops. You lose time because you stop moving toward purpose. Let me tell you something powerful. God will never give you more time because he's already given you enough. The question is, what will you do with what's in your hands? When God created the universe, he placed everything in order, day and night, seasons and years, to teach us structure, rhythm, and purpose. He's saying, I gave you 24 hours not to survive, but to manage. And the truth is, how you manage your day determines how your future will unfold. Some people pray for success, but waste their mornings scrolling through distractions. Others pray for opportunity, but can't stay consistent for a week. The difference between mediocrity and mastery is not talent, it's time management, because your future is hidden in your daily routine. So tonight, I want you to see your 24 hours as a divine gift, a treasure given by God to multiply. You're not just living through time, you're called to govern it. You are a steward of the most valuable resource on earth. And once you learn how to govern your time, you will begin to govern your life, your results, and your destiny. Now, let's explore what separates ordinary people from those who master their 24 hours like geniuses. Every single person on this planet wakes up with the same 24 hours. The billionaire in his mansion, the student in her dorm room, the mother raising her children, the man struggling to start again. Every one of us is handed the exact same amount of time every day. Time is the one resource God gave equally to all humanity. He didn't give one person 25 hours and another 15. He didn't favor one with more days in the week or more minutes in an hour. Time is heaven's most democratic gift. And yet, isn't it interesting that with the same 24 hours, some people rise to greatness while others remain stuck in the same place year after year. You see, the issue isn't the amount of time we have, it's the value we attach to it. Because how you value time reflects how you value life. Time is life measured in motion. Every time you waste an hour, you're not just wasting a number, you're wasting a piece of yourself. That's why Moses prayed in Psalm 90, verse 12, "Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom." He didn't say teach us to count our days. He said number them. To number something is to assign meaning and purpose to it. It's to look at every day as sacred, as divine, as an opportunity to move closer to the reason God placed you on this earth. Now think about this. Two people can live the same 24 hours completely differently. One wakes up with purpose, starts the day in prayer, plans the day ahead, learns something new, works on their vision. The other wakes up, scrolls through social media, reacts to life instead of directing it, and wonders why nothing ever changes. Same hours, different outcome. The difference is not chance, it's choice. Successful people are not luckier, they're just more intentional about how they invest their time. Let me give you a simple truth. Time is the currency of destiny. You spend it every single day, and once it's gone, you can't refund it, recycle it, or replace it. That's why wasting time is one of the most dangerous habits on earth. Because you may never realize what opportunities were lost in the minutes you treated carelessly. Some people think success is about connections, money, or talent. But no, it's about stewardship. How you steward your time determines what God can trust you with. If you can't manage an hour wisely, why should heaven give you more responsibility? Furthermore, time is a test. God watches how we handle our hours before He entrusts us with greater seasons. If you misuse your mornings, you will mismanage your miracles. If you neglect the small tasks today, you'll be unprepared for the big opportunities tomorrow. The truth is, destiny doesn't appear overnight. It unfolds through daily discipline. The difference between potential and fulfillment lies in how you treat your 24 hours. And here's something powerful. Time is also a mirror of your priorities. If you ever want to know what matters to you, just check where your time goes. Some people say God is first in my life, but if you look at their daily schedule, He's not even second. Time exposes truth. You can't claim to value purpose and then give your best energy to distractions. Wisdom is not found in knowing what's urgent. It's found in knowing what's important. So today, I want to challenge you to stop saying you don't have enough time. You have the same 24 hours as anyone else. The only difference is how you've chosen to spend them. Life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. When you start treating time as a divine investment instead of something to kill, your life begins to multiply in meaning and results. Therefore, make this your prayer. Lord, teach me to number my days, that I may gain a heart of wisdom. Ask God to give you the awareness to see every moment as a gift and the discipline to use it for what truly matters. Because once you begin to honor time, you begin to honor the purpose behind it. And now that we understand how divine time truly is, let's move deeper. Because to master your time, you must first master yourself. Self-mastery, that's where everything changes. Because no matter how well you understand time, if you can't manage you, you can't manage it. Time is neutral. It only reveals your level of discipline. That's why some people plan beautifully but never execute. They dream, they talk, they post, but they never do. Not because they lack knowledge, but because they lack control. To master your 24 hours, you must first master your impulses, your emotions, your habits, and your focus. You can't control time, but you can control yourself. And until you do, time will always control you. The Apostle Paul captured this truth perfectly in 1 Corinthians 9, verse 27, where he said, I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should, not what it wants. You see, the difference between ordinary people and great people isn't in what they want, it's in what they're willing to do consistently. Everybody wants to succeed, but not everyone is willing to do what's